Okay, so I'm joined by Leigh from Terrorvision. First of all, thank you so much for joining me today. You just mentioned you come back from a holiday, and you've been willing to chat to me at such short notice. So thank you so much. How are you anyway?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, and it's no problem. It's my pleasure, our pleasure to speak to people that still want to speak to us. It's good.
Well, do you know what? I did speak to Tony last year, and
Okay.
I highlighted to him that one of my very first, in fact, I think my very first concert was a Terrorvision concert at the London Astoria of all places.
Ah, the
So,
local.
now I've had the opportunity to chat to you, him. It almost feels like full circle almost. Anyway,
Absolutely, yeah.
we've only got about 15 minutes or so, so I'll jump straight into the first question.
Right.
Last year felt like a bit of a return after, you played a couple of shows. And then you sort of announced the new album, We Are Not Robots. And it actually feels like you're fully back now. What made you guys, as a band, to one, decide to record a new album and actually come back for us? Because I don't think you ever went away necessarily, but it was kind of quiet, I think is the best way of putting it.
Yeah, I mean, we did go away. I mean, I'll hold my hands up. I mean, we've kind of knocked it on the head and gone and done other things, and then come back and then done a bit more, and then got frazzled and then left it for a year or two. But yeah, I guess that we got to a point. We did that a tour with Reef and the Wild Hearts and like a bit of a package tour back in
Yeah.
2018, and that was a lot of fun. And we enjoyed that. And then the year after, I think we did another of those tours where you play an entire album. So we did How to Make Friends 20th anniversary, 25th anniversary or something. I guess within 25th anniversary in 2019. And that's great. And those shows just fly out. I mean, everybody loves them because it's like nostalgia. It's remembering your youth. It's remembering the 90s and all that was good about that. And then, but after that, we kind of thought, you know what, we don't want to just keep doing this kind of thing all the time. And so we started writing some new material, basically. And if only for our own benefit, if only for us to sort of not relieve the boredom, because we always love playing live, but just to mix it up a bit so that we get to play some new stuff, either live or even just in the rehearsal studio. So we started, and then obviously lockdown happened, and so it kind of was delayed a bit, and then we got stuck into it, and we just slowly tapped away without anybody expecting anything or any labels or anybody demanding anything. It's just, which was different to back in the day. And then, yeah, I mean, we just started to get enough songs together. We got about 20 songs together and demoed them. But that was almost 2 years ago now when we got those finished. Then we had a bit of a hiccup because Cam, our drummer, jumped ship, and he goes and plays with Ugly Kid Joe now, of all people. But you know what? It was only a minor blip because we basically put somebody in his place straight away. A guy called Chris Bussey, who I've known for 20 years. He played in a little band that I put together after Terrorvision called Malibu Stacy. He's a great drummer, great person, great musician. And he's been an absolute godsend for the band in that he's brought a real kind of good dynamic to it. And so when he came on board, at first we just said, "Do you want to sit in for a couple of gigs while, because Cam was going to go off and play with you, Lippy Joe, for a while." But anyway, it ended up he stayed in, and we said, "Do you want to be in the band?" And he said, "Yeah, I'd love to." He's always loved Terrorvision. So yeah, and then we just got straight to work finishing off the songs, and then recorded them all last year. So even though the album's just about to come out next month, and we've already previewed a few singles already up ahead of it, it's been done and in the can since about sort of October, November of last year. So we're itching to get it out there,
Yeah.
and have people hear the full 12 tracks.
Amazing. So, I mean, excuse me, I've heard, a couple of the tracks, and, it kind of hit my nostalgia itch there because I was like, this is Terrorvision, but it's new Terrorvision. But I do want to ask the title. We Are Not Robots. Where did that name come from? Because I sort of saw that and I was like, yeah, I kind of feel like a robot sometimes, if I'm honest. So
Yeah,
where did that come from?
absolutely. I suppose it talks of, for, let's say, middle-aged fellas, you know what I mean, grappling with today's world and stuff. But quite to be more specific, it was Mark, the guitarist, who just came up with it. He came because we were started to think about album titles and stuff like that, and there's a couple of pretty lame suggestions, I guess. And then he just came in with not only the title but the sleeve concept and everything in one go, and he just says, "How about something like this?" And we all four of us immediately went, "We like that." It just resonated with all of us straight away. And we worked it up and worked the sleeve up, and it's just, yeah, we really like it. And it feels like we are not robots, we are still four Herberts from Bradford, you know what I mean, who are just kind of knocking it out, just like we knocked it out in a rehearsal room in 1988. You know what I mean? It's four blokes, instruments, drums, singing, and that's it.
So you mentioned like there were some sort of like not so great titles and things like that. Could you tell me some of them, like, or is that just
You
not on
know,
the cards?
I can't remember them. They were so
Oh,
bad.
fair enough.
If I could, I would. But
They were that memorable.
they just weren't memorable, I think. And then I think that's why Mark's suggestion hit home straight away.
Yeah. So now that you guys are, older, wiser, believe me, I feel don't worry, I feel it as well. Whenever I hear an album from my youth, like 25 years since, I'm just like, oh, I'll go into the mirror, look and see it like, nope, lines and all that. But now that you're sort of older, wiser, do you have a different approach to, recording albums and even life on the road when you're touring?
Yeah, I think we do out of necessity. Our approach to life on the road, our approach to life during the 1990s was hedonistic, to say the least. And I don't think as men in their 50s, apart from Chris, the drummer, who's younger than us, could actually cope with that now. But we look after ourselves a little bit more. But so yeah, we have to take a different approach. It's not water and buddies chanting all around, and healthy food, but we do, yeah, the level of partying had to be toned down a bit, or else we wouldn't be here. So
I can relate. I actually gave up drinking 2 years ago because I was
good
like,
for you.
this is getting too much. And I'm in my early 40s myself, so I suppose it
Yeah,
does catch up with you. It's a bit scary, but I mean, you're
yeah,
probably like me.
yeah,
You're
we
probably like,
do.
sorry, go on.
Sorry, no, I mean, number one, good for giving up drinking. You know what I mean? I've never managed that, but I do. We don't hit the heights that we used to do, but we all kind of look after ourselves in different ways. Me and Mark took up exercise massively to try and slay those demons and keep fit. So anything to get you keeping on a level. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, well done on your effort. Keep it
I think you're probably like me in the fact like your 20-year-old self will take one look at you now and go, what happened? And you're like, I'm still rocking. I'm still good. Just do it
yeah,
slightly differently.
there you go.
Um, Now you mentioned earlier, obviously you've got the new drummer with you now, but Terrorvision has pretty much had a very consistent lineup, like right from the beginning, like, give or take the most minor changes.
Yeah.
What's your secret to this? Like, how have you guys stayed so tight knit, I guess? I mean, obviously you've broken up, ceased for a while and come
Yeah,
back, but what's kept you guys together?
yeah. We were mates. The band wasn't put together in the first place in 1988. I mean, the band was already together. Me and Shutty went to school together, and then I went to college with Mark. He joined, and then we met Tony in the pub. He joined, and we did it because we loved rock and roll music. We loved playing rock music. We loved listening to it. We used to hang out together. We were a little gang, and it's never changed really. We've changed as we've grown and done different things, but still at the core of it is mates. Do you know what I mean? With a shared passion for the kind of music that we want to play, which sometimes makes it really hard because we are kind of close and we're not just kind of a put together studio project. But that core, and another thing, right from the off, we split everything four ways. So,
Perfect.
so
So,
there's not one guy that's driving around in a Ferrari and everybody else is broke. So
see, I think I remember, like when you mentioned the Ferrari, that brings me back to I think a video you released for Regular Urban Survivors, and one line that you said, "and fast cars, vroom." So I don't know why I remembered that, but you just saying the Ferrari twigged it in my brain.
Yeah,
Going back
yeah.
to the VHS days, it's even older. Now, with the new album ready to drop, is this a sign that there's more to come, do you think?
I hope so. I really hope so. I mean, we kind of, this is, it's not, everybody's got hugely different lives now. We cannot afford to do this full time. It, it's a passion that we do in amongst lots of other things. And long may it continue, as long as we're having fun. You know what I mean? And we needed this new stuff to re-inject some fun and some interest and some kind of, yeah, just engagement with it, from us. So I hope so. I hope that I mean, the initial sort of reaction to everything has been really positive. I guess we do some of these dates in September and a few more next year. If we feel it, if we get that buzz off the audience and we get that buzz playing these new songs, then yeah, there'll definitely be more.
Amazing. Now, do you actually have a favorite track off the record? Something that's like really speaks to you personally? Because I mean,
Wow.
I've only unfortunately heard the few tracks that have been released. I haven't been able to obtain the album yet
Yeah.
myself, so I'm
Okay.
looking forward to it. But anything that really sticks, anything that I need to go recommended by Leigh.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think obviously we're up to four songs that we've previewed already. So, and what we wanted to do with the first two, Electrocuted and Lemmy, was to just say, boom, I mean, we're still a rock and roll band. Tequila was an anomaly. We're a rock band. And then we've got progressive, groovier, I think, and a bit more poppy with the latest one. But I honestly, this sounds shitty, but I like them all. Recording this album was so much fun. It was so easy. And we just kind of just nailed in the studio. It just went so quickly and so easily, and then it was just a case of building it up. But let me think. You know what it's like when you're in a band. You have different favorites on different days. There's a track on side two because we're actually doing vinyl and a
Yeah,
cassette. Can you believe it?
nice.
Fucking unbelievable. There's a track on side two, which is one of those sort of more mellow ones called "Don't Spoil Tomorrow," which I don't know why I like it, but I really like that one.
So that's
I,
so I was
sorry.
going to say that's in the sort of vein of some people say then.
Yeah, I don't think it's as kind of a moody rock ballad as that. It's a bit more sort of chilled, a bit sort of, dare I say, sort of bluesy, country.
Oh,
Yeah, but don't take that in the wrong way.
no,
About as country as Terrorvision get, but it's not. It's just, what would I say, a bit more sort of Creedence Clearwater type vibe than country. Yeah, I'd go that one. But so that's pretty cool. Lucifer, I really like. That means a lot to me. There's quite a lot of my stamp on that tune. What else have we got? There's a song called Magic that takes your head off, I think. What else have we got? Daydream is another song I think people like. I think there's a lot on there. A lot of people have already said what they've heard already reminds them of kind of classic Terrorvision, even early Terrorvision, which is not something that we were aiming to do. We never aimed to do anything with Terrorvision. It's really difficult for us to manufacture a set of songs. It's just what comes out. So it's another eclectic bunch of tunes, from something as fast and as kind of punky as Electrocuted right to the track I just talked about.
yeah,
There's a good mix on there.
amazing. Now, final question for you. Very important, this one. Tequila. Does it still make you happy?
You never did, I think what we say, because the story of, I don't know if you know the story of Tequila, why the song came about. It came about after a night drinking the stuff in Spain and resulting in Tony breaking both his ankles. Such is the effect of that bastard drink on the human spirit. So no, it's never made me happy. It's made me incredibly drunk. It's made me forget whole periods of time. So no, it's not made me. I think it paid the bills for a few years,
Yeah,
for a couple of years at least. But you know what? You never regret anything, do you? It's a little pocket of our history, and it certainly doesn't define us. But no, the drink can do one as far as I'm concerned.
fair enough. Right. Well, I always like to end on a joke when I have one. My jokes are awful, so bear that in mind. So I've just finished reading a horror book in Braille. Don't know, really interesting. But something bad is about to happen. I can feel it.
Hey, I like it. It's clean. It's I mean, it's clean, and it's not gonna get you into any trouble. So well done.
Well,
Don't ask me for a joke because
it's fine.
Tony's our joke man. He comes to every rehearsal, has a rant about life and the state of the world, and then he tells us about 7 or 8 jokes. Boom, boom, boom. And I can never
Amazing.
remember any of them. But yeah, next time you speak to Tone, ask him to tell you a joke.
Will do. Well, really looking forward to the London show. I'll be there and
Sweet.
partying as well, because it's great to have you back again. So I want to thank you so much for chatting to us today. Good luck with everything. Good luck with the album launch. I'm really looking forward to hearing it in full and seeing the next chapter of Terrorvision. Thank you
Awesome.
so much, Leigh.
Thanks, mate. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
All right. Bye bye. Bye.